Those are us. I am George. We're all George. Well, you know what? Bitcoin continues to head higher. Since this morning, without futures or options hanging over our heads, Bitcoin continues higher. It's right around 55,000 and it looks like it wants to keep going and going and going and going. So Bitcoin is definitely looking pretty good. But in addition, altcoins are hot. Hot, hot, hot. A lot of them are 20, 30% higher than yesterday. So, are you guys glad that you didn't panic sell? Are you glad that you didn't listen to some of the others that are causing a lot of FUD? Well, I'm sure if you guys held on, you are glad that you held on. You continue to hold on because that's the name of the game. You hold on for life-changing wealth, and it's that simple. So, I thought it would be fun to do what I used to do a long time ago, and that is look at page 2 on CMC and just kind of run through a list. I've done page 1 plenty. You guys know most of the project I like. Let's go to page 2. Let's live a little and see if there's anything worth buying and picking up at this point. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. 2 streams every day, 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you follow me. Hit that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, especially Twitter. Also on Instagram, and I know that's getting very popular right now. And also, I mean, in terms of my growth, not that Instagram is getting popular now. It has been popular for a long time. And Facebook. All right, let's do this. Those of you guys that are here, welcome. Welcome. Let me bring on my screen. There we go. There we go. All right, so Bitcoin is at 54,900. It was at 55,000, and it just looks like this is a clear uptrend from the low of 50,300. And people were panicking. Oh no, it's gonna go down to 43. Oh no, it's gonna go down to 48. Oh no, it's gonna go wherever it's gonna go. Well, you know what? It didn't go anywhere, despite the fact that the whales were dumping and dumping and dumping. You know what? On the flip side, there were a lot of buyers. A lot of you guys having strong hands, not willing to sell. And of course, we have the Michael Saylors of the world that's just picking up endless Bitcoins. I've shown you guys the outflow from Coinbase. Massive, massive. Hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin outflowing from Coinbase. They're being bought up. Because basically, you know what? The demand is just there. Demand is high. And it's going to keep going higher because Bitcoin is scarce. It's just really, really scarce. And that's the bottom line. So no matter what the few little whales are doing in terms of causing Bitcoin to go up and down, but, you know, relatively speaking, this is really tame. Really tame compared to a few months ago. And still, I mean, it's overall, there's no reason to be panicking. That's what I've been telling you guys all along. And those of you guys that didn't sell, congratulations. If you look at overall CMC, back up to 1.73 trillion, probably 1.8 tomorrow. We'll see how this weekend is. Usually the weekend after a futures expiration is kind of sideways. So tomorrow and Sunday, there may not be anything, or there could be just a huge influx of money and drive everything higher. But we'll see. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I don't want to just proclaim that tomorrow and Sunday we're just going to see like crazy madness rush upwards. Maybe, well, maybe not, right? But based on previous expirations, a lot of the weekends afterwards is kind of steady. So we'll see. But today, everything's going up. Literally everything's going up, right? So before I get into page 2, those of you guys that follow me this morning or you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen this. So I am doing a ETH giveaway, but not one where I'm asking you to send all your ETH to me before I give you it back. No. This is just a way for me to give back and also social media promotion for myself to get you guys to check out some of my other social media platforms and some of my websites and stuff that you guys may not be aware of. But this will run until the end of the year, and I will give out 5 ETH, 1 each to 5 lucky winners. And there's already been 8,000 entries. So quite a bit. So if you haven't checked this out yet, make sure you do so. This is why you want to follow me on Twitter. And something interesting I'm doing is all these are 1 entries, except the secret code. The secret code is 100 entries. So if you do figure out what that is, that's going to give you a big leg up. And the only way to know what that secret code is by tuning in every day. Because I'm going to give out subtle clues. And with those clues, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. So make sure you don't miss any of my future streams. All right. And I want to talk about this. You know, you guys know that I've been doing a lot of interviews, right? I did 4 this week. I have 4 more like in a couple weeks. But here's the lineup. This is the first time I'm showing it. I haven't posted this anywhere. Well, bam. Okay, so this is going to be the lineup. Starting with Rick Smith from LTO Network. That is going to be at 7 p.m. This is all Central Standard Time, by the way. Starting next week, 3:29. Then I have Simon Yu from StormX. Then I have Sue Enos from HUD 8 Mining. And then finally, Stephen Say from Harmony One, which I just got done interviewing right before the stream. Talked to him. He's a good guy. But all these projects are very, very, very interesting. You learn a little bit more about these projects that you normally don't see just doing research. I know Rick said some interesting things that not a whole lot of people know about LTO Network. Same thing with Simon. He said some things that I had no idea. Sue also said some very interesting things about mining in general, mining farms, running a large mining facility. And Steven also said some interesting things about Harmony. We had a really good chat. I actually really enjoyed that chat with Steven. So this is the upcoming interviews for next week. This is going to be at night, so obviously I won't be streaming on those days. At night, at least. In the morning, I may, because next week I have some stuff going on. But this is the interview week, so make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you don't miss any of these interviews. All right. So with all that said, let's do this. Let's go to page 2. I have already loaded. And I am drinking a White Claw again. So, White Claw, I'm waiting for you to reach out to me. I love to be sponsored. I love to get endless supply of White Claw. All right, so this is page 2. Page 2 is really not bad. We're talking about very high mid caps already, or very high small caps. Mid caps is above $1 billion. I take that back. So not too long ago, page 2 would be like 30 million under, okay? But now is a different time. Now we're talking about 650 million and under. So very, very, very different than just say a few weeks ago. Not a few weeks ago, a few years ago. So a lot of these projects are fantastic projects. So that's why this is not like going through a shitcoin list. This is actually going through legitimate projects that have a lot of traction that are actually really, really good. All right. So let's do this. Let's start with number 1, VThor token. Fantastic. If you're a VeChain fan, you got to buy VThor token. I miss out on this. Theta's on page 1. So I don't need to talk about Theta because I've said enough good things about Theta, but I appreciate that super chat. Page 2, VThor is the utility token for VeChain. So VeChain has been doing great things, but VThor token has been doing greater things. It has gone up so much more, and one of my regrets is not having more. But yeah, if you like VeChain, a very, very, very promising blockchain, you want to pick up VeChain Thor. So number 1 is good. 2HUSD, some other stable coin. We'll skip that. Helium is a fantastic project. Come up a lot today. They were above $10 at one point in time. But they're created by great people from Silicon Valley, including the founder of Napster. So they're all about low-range Wi-Fi, or network. So you basically throw on a miner on your window and you help power this entire network. It's very, very interesting, and I do think they're a great project, and they have been moving. So Helium is a good project too. Loopring is a layer 2 DEX solution that I'm kind of neutral on because there's so many DEXs now. There's so many AMMs or MMs, and there's so many out there. So Loopring seems to have their own. Not sure if they could really compete, but they're still holding relatively well. So I'll just say neutral. What about Nano? Well, Nano is a really fast DAG that's meant to be a transfer, a medium of exchange. Basically, you want to use Nano to buy things with. So they were really hot before, but now they're just not. They're just really not. So I think they're a good project, but they're just not doing very well. Bitcoin Gold, no. Any fork of Bitcoin, you just automatically say no. 1inch is a DEX aggregator like Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap, all these swaps. It aggregates everything into one. So I do like that, and they're also on multiple chains. Ocean. I'm not actually sure what Ocean is. I think they're a blockchain too, but I forgot what they're about. They are on Binance, which is really good. Discovering. Okay, they're a data marketplace. I forgot about that. They're a data marketplace. Kind of interesting. There's a lot of data marketplace kind of apps, and that's Pandora, by the way. So I don't know. There's IOTA's in that space, Ocean's that space. There's a lot of other ones in that space. I'll just say okay. And plus on Binance, that's pretty good. MVL, I'm not sure who they are. I'm going to skip over them. List is another blockchain project that pretty much has been forgotten about. The only good thing about List is that they have a huge Bitcoin bank because they did ICO very early. So, yeah. Horizon is a privacy play. So I don't like privacy plays because they're being delisted left and right. But I know you can use Horizon with Pornhub. So there's a use for that. PH, I appreciate it. And they didn't have to pay like Verge did. Verge collected $2 million worth of donations from the community, and they used that to get added to Pornhub. But it's just a waste because Horizon got added for free. So yeah, there's that. So I don't like Verge. Kyber is like a DEX, pretty interesting one. I like their interface, very easy to use, and you can hook up your hardware wallet directly to it. So I like Kyber. Fetch AI, more of an AI kind of play. I don't like it. Quant is for businesses, like a blockchain dedicated to businesses, helping enterprises. I have not really heard anything much about them recently, so I think they're good. I just don't know much about them. Golem is a supercomputer play where you basically take compute from everyone, and I think it was used for 3D rendering or something. Originally, it was used for something really silly that I really hated. I don't know if they expanded beyond that, but I don't like any of this like compute plays among the blockchain. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So, StormX. Yeah, these super chats, guys, you should probably wait until I'm done. Otherwise, I'm going to miss them. UBX exploding. That's great for UBX. A lot of things are exploding today. StormX. Just got done saying that I interviewed the CEO, promising rewards app that's based in the U.S. and really not just the U.S. in 180 countries. So they are expanding quite a bit. Promising. LivePeer, they've only got... The only reason why they've gone up is because Grayscale opened up a trust. For whatever reason, they chose LivePeer. It doesn't make any much sense. Should have been Theta, but okay. ZK swaps, obviously something to do with privacy. Don't know. I don't know much about it. Alpha Finance Lab, hedge trade. I don't know too much about it. I can't talk about it. Energy Web Token. A lot of people ask me about this project. It's more for almost like energy trading, but it goes beyond that. They work with a lot of energy companies so that users can buy and trade energy. Also, there's like ID services and payment services. There's a lot of stuff in there. The problem is there's been projects like this before, like Power Ledger, for example, which has not done well. So I don't know. Status. Oh man, I have not checked this project for a long time. I don't know what Orbs is. Status is like a Ethereum-based dApp browser with messaging and other things, but they kind of died off. Storage is a storage play. They got added, I think, to Coinbase recently, which is why they pumped. But there's a lot of storage plays. My favorite still is Arweave, which is doing really well today, and Filecoin. Reef, a DeFi ecosystem, but just a lot of FUD around it. Skipping Aragon. KuCoin, obviously a native token for KuCoin. Exchange, really good. Scale. it's like a layer 2 solution. Same thing with Seller. So they're like on the back burner. There's a lot of layer 2s. They don't really have the traction for it right now. Maybe they could pick up later. Wax is a decentralized marketplace for gaming NFT items. I think they're good. Telcoin is a remittance service. So they've been expanding. I was kind of neutral on Telcoin, but I think they could do well if they continue to execute. Venus is as a basically for Binance Smart Chain, the biggest one. And their liquidity, the locked-in liquidity is enormous, but their market cap is not. Balancer is a DeFi project. Funfair is helping project come out with online gaming and casinos. So, you know, regulatory like bodies of some countries does not go like that. Dodo, another DeFi play. They're not an AMM. They're not automated. There's like some other term that they use. So it's supposed to be better, but I'm not really sure it is. Polymath is an STOs I don't like. TrustSwap. They've been doing pretty well. A lot of people have been asking me about it. They're beyond just a swap. They do actually do other things, but I don't know too much about them. TrueUSD, you know, stablecoin maker, but they do have they have a DeFi project called TrueFi, which is really interesting, and no one really talks about it. So TrueFi is good too. Kin, you know, a rewards program for social media apps from for the makers of Kick. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to gain enough adoption at this point. Badger DAO, a DeFi play, also a DAO to fund DeFi projects. So. Cody I do like. Cody is a project that helps others come out with their DeFi project, right? Like a payment system. That's what they're all about, like helping projects come out their own payment system. I like them. I have potential. Kava, which I like, is also a DeFi play. They have their own lending program, staking program, and their cross chain, and they're sponsored this channel. Civic's ID service, MageSafe Coin, I forget what they're about, but I don't really like them. Arter's a Generation 3 blockchain I don't really like. They lost their stuff. Swipe is like a universal wallet. It bought out by Binance. Kind of lost their traction too. Orchid is interesting. A lot of people like Orchid because they're a decentralized VPN play. But I don't know. I just don't know if that's really necessary. I guess it is, especially when it comes to VPNs. So because you want to really hide your privacy, and also you want to make sure that it can't be shut down. So I guess. Origin Trail is a supply chain blockchain. I just don't see how they can compete with VeChain, but there is a following there. Steam is now owned by Tron, pretty much dead. Band Protocol. Oracle play, they're pretty much dead because no one can stop Chainlink at this point. Everpedia is interesting. This is a project I came across a long time ago. Recently I came across them too, but they're like Wikipedia, decentralized version of Wikipedia. So they've been making some headways recently because they somehow got into NFTs, but they're built on top of EOS, and one of the co-founders used to be a co-founder of Wikipedia. So they basically had permission to basically copy an entire dump of the entire database from Wikipedia. So they could be coming back because they're like the leaders of that space. There's no one else that's doing a decentralized encyclopedia. So Oasis Network, not really sure, but Origin Protocol, decentralized marketplace, they got into NFTs. I like them a lot. Going down a list, I like Utrust. No, I don't like. No, I'm thinking the wrong one. I don't like Utrust, and I don't like Singularity.net. So Utrust is like a decentralized PayPal, which I think defeats the purpose of crypto. And this is Singularity.net is AI. Metablock, yeah. Polkastarter is like crowdfunding, which could be okay, but I think most projects will just do an ICO or something like that, right? But Polkastarter allows you to do something similar, I guess easier. Arc, no, that project's dead. Hi-Fi is mainframe. They're all about DeFi now. I don't know. They rebranded big, so I don't know. Travala, travel industry. they're kind of the leader of that space. Obviously, with the pandemic, they're not doing very well, but maybe they come back. My Neighbor Alice, a brand new game that's just like Animal Crossing, supposedly. But, they're launching Chromia, so it could help Chromia if they do well, right? So we'll just have to see. People ask me, I forgot, BitShares, no, that's like a really old exchange by Dan Larimer. They're dead. Numir, I forgot what they are. Woo Trade is another like financial trading app that a lot of people are talking about, but I don't like their website. Cybervein is actually created by the same people behind 5 Mile, which is like a location-based selling app, which competes with eBay, but I think they kind of died, so Cybervein kind of died too. NewCipher, people ask me about NewCipher. I mean, they're trying to like create private transactions on the blockchain, and having a decentralized privacy storage. I don't know, not too mind-blowing, but I don't like privacy projects anyways. WanChain rebranded to a DeFi project. I don't really like that. Haven Protocol is about transferring your wealth to your loved ones when you die. It's not mind-blowing. I don't know. So it's good, but I don't know if I would trust them to do it, to be honest. Just is the biggest DeFi play on the Tron network. They're not doing very well. LTO Network, I just got done saying, Rick has some interesting things for LTO Network. So I really do like LTO Network. Tomo Chain is another promising blockchain. They never really taken off, but there's good following behind it. Moving down, some of these are blockchains and AI plays, and Power Ledgers, another power trading company. They just never really took off. Ultra is a decentralized gaming platform that's also into NFTs. I like them. Injected Protocol is about creating synthetic things. They've really died off recently. Secret's another blockchain that's based on privacy. District Zero and Sora. Don't know too much about them. So, all right. So that's it. So that's page 2. So page 2 ends up being at 170 million. So they're relatively small cap, or not. I shouldn't say that. They're like big small cap to small cap, right? But there are a lot of good projects. There's a lot of good projects. So hopefully that broke it down for some of you guys. All right. So now I'm gonna take a breather and then let's do Q&A and answer those super chats. Tyler, I don't like Qdom. I don't think they have a future at all. Other Adam Dirks, appreciate that. IXI Cash, I don't know. I was asked about it. I don't even see it. Is it not here? So I can't really comment on it. It's probably on CoinGecko. I don't know too much about it. Jose asked about Anchor. Anchor is Anchor. You could do liquid staking of ETH2, and you can spin up nodes. You can spin up nodes to a variety of projects. So if you didn't want to do your own, you could spin it up on their cloud hosting or decentralized hosting, and they'll do it. But I'm not so sure I'm sold on them. Seems like such an easy premise. Like AWS could do that too. You bought a lot of OVR land. Yeah, I don't really like this project. It's more like a virtual AR kind of world. So yeah, not really a big fan of it. Pablo Layer. And you guys need to Unilayer. I think they're good. I did a sponsored segment with them before. They make it really easy to utilize Uniswap. So they're like a layer on top of that. So it seems like Dano asks, it seems like data consistently trades against the market. Why do you think that is? No. It's been going up forever. So it's just taking a breather. Data went up like 10x when in a short amount of time. I don't like API 3, their Oracle play. I don't like any oracles that compete with Chainlink. Thomas asks, did you see Italian news report today utilizing VeChain blockchain, verifying expensive wine? Well, you know, I don't know if you know this, but VeChain started with wine. They started with LV purses and wine. That was their original mission, to make sure that they're not counterfeit. So it does not surprise me they're getting back in that space. John says he's very new to this space. If a coin goes up 20%, what are you supposed to do? You just hold it. What do you, if it was a stock and it goes up 20%, what do you do? Do you just sell it immediately? No. If it's a good project, why would you not just keep holding it? Right? If it goes up by 200%, then maybe, yes, you should take some off the table to take some profits and lock in some profits. But if it's 20%, that comes and goes every 5 minutes pretty much. So just make sure that you don't, if you're very new to space, make sure you just don't get in because something is pumping. Don't FOMO in, and don't get caught in hype, right? So try to get in things when they're down, right? When things are down. Elastos, you know, I was just wondering about them. I have no idea. I have no idea what they've been doing. So, Tidal, that sounds like the streaming platform. Tidal Finance. Oh, come on. I don't even need to look at that. That's just horrible. I don't know why. I don't know why you would buy that. DeFi. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah. Numerar. Yeah, something like that. It's a DeFi hedge fund play. No, you don't want to buy into hedge funds. You just want to do your own thing. Numerar, I think it's like a machine-driven, like bot trading or something. Yeah. It's like they're going to use machine language to like try to trade. Yeah, that's just horrible. Horrible idea. Do you think Harmony is still undervalued? Yes. I think Harmony has a lot of promise. So I think they still have a lot of room to grow. If China embraces crypto, then VeChain can have a monopoly on Chinese supply chain. Yep, now you're thinking. They can have a monopoly over an entire market in China. They have literally every single partnership there is that all have deep state ties, which is a good thing for VeChain because that means they're already in with the right party. So they could be huge. I have not looked at Cell yet. Sorry. No, I have not. World token. Yield protocols for instant rewards with additional benefits of staking. Okay, so they're like a digital marketplace. Could be good. Where are they at? On Uniswap. So, yeah, depending. World token could be good. I mean, they need to get listed somewhere better, and I need to do research on the team, but NFT marketplaces are definitely hot right now. Shiab, sorry, I'm bad with names, but I appreciate that. That's what I try to do. Try to keep it real. Try to keep it educational. No shilling here. The George coin will be out pretty soon, sometime next week. So I'll let you guys know. But I'm looking forward to that. Unfortunately, the company I'm working with can't use 5-letter symbols, so they have to use, or 6, I should say. They have to do 5 or under. So I had to shorten it to just Geo coin. So hopefully you guys won't be disappointed by that. Ruvain, so-so. I don't know, Hellcat. If you like girlish drinks with bubbles, then you'll like White Claw. You'll probably hate this as a microcap, but check out Tango Robinhood for DeFi. I think I have looked at that before. Key Tango. DeFi for everyone. Curated by MIT and Y Combinator alumni. Okay, so at least the team is somewhat okay if that's true. Provide liquidity at DEX, yield farming, DeFi. Okay, so basically all things DeFi. It's on Uniswap. I mean, little too early to say if it's going to succeed or not, but at least their website looks pretty good. Lonzo asks, can you explain how to trade all these altcoins? I'm using CRO and Coinbase, but yeah, you can't. Most of these are not on CRO or Coinbase. You have to understand where to get them. There's different exchanges like this. Binance, Binance.us, FTX, KuCoin, right? You got to look at where they're traded at. And if you want to buy them, then you have to send like crypto over, like you send USDT or BTC over. Then you could trade on those exchanges. But a lot of them are not available for US customers. Derek asks, I've been holding Maker, Aave, Algo, but both have been tanking. You mean all three? I added on the way down. Do you think it's a good idea? I think they're all fine. Maker's not going to go anywhere. Aave's not going to go anywhere. And Algo, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. They have a big following, but I think there's more promising blockchains. So Maker and Aave has been weaker because most of the attention went into NFTs. So they could be stagnant for a little bit longer, but they're not going to go anywhere. And when the market really does continue again, when Bitcoin heads to 80,000, I think they're all going to move. So Cake seems to be a front runner and is going places. Thoughts? Yeah, PancakeSwap. I talked about PancakeSwap when they were, I forgot, 100 million, 200 million, and now they're 2 billion, right? They're not going to go anywhere. They're the biggest AMM, I always say AMA, AMM on Binance Smart Chain. They have a lot of traction. They're making partnerships. So I think they're going to stay. Now, unfortunately, the other AMMs on Binance Smart Chain, like Bakery and Burger and some of the others, they're not doing well. But Pancake, they already have that network effect. They already are big, and they have a huge liquidity. So I don't think they're going to go away anywhere. So, yeah, I think PancakeSwap is a good one. Eternity Chain, I know that it's being pumped, but you look at it, I don't see anything from them. Their whole website just says coming soon. I can't tell anything about that project, right? So maybe they have some really good backers or team members or something like that, but I don't see it from their website. So Crypto.com and Snoop Dogg putting an NFT together. Yeah, I just found out this morning Crypto.com was into NFTs. I had no idea. So that could be very good for them. I talked about Loop Ring. I think there's better buys. Speaking of Cardano, a lot of people they were very antsy about Cardano not moving recently, and then it went up a lot, right? And Charles was really pissed off about his 360 conference. I don't know what happened there, but Cardano's fine. People asking about Nulls. Nulls is very, very productive still, but they have not climbed above $1. They recently came back down. They really need to hold above $1 to gain traction, but they have a lot of things going for them. Pornstar NFTs, well, I'm sure that's coming. Is there any reason why so many people never talk about HBAR? It's because it's too corporate, but I'm trying to get an interview set up just to kind of go against the grain to see what they have going. So I do have that coming up. And also HBAR is not open source. That's another reason why. Please go deeper with Uniland. The team is from Matic. Okay. So is Uniland Maddox DeFi play or their MM play? Yeah, this seems like it's MM. Strategy and marketing at Matic, and he became the CEO. Yeah, that. Okay, you just like faked me out there in a bad way. You're like, the team is from Matic. What? It was the marketing guy. The marketing guy from Matic came over. It wasn't some C-level person or developer. That doesn't make it good. So that just like negated everything you said. So I'm gonna say neutral. I guess. I guess the only good thing, the saving grace, is they're on Binance. That's about it. I looked at UMX before. I don't like them. Connor, I appreciate that. I'm trying to go work out afterwards. This is probably not a good idea, but I appreciate it. That could buy me another case. Casper, I know they just had ICO, so it's a little bit too late to get in, but I have not done a deep dive on them. TLX. Very, very small cap on Uniswap. Apples are okay, made in Germany. Wallet SDK supports Ethereum and Bitcoin. Interoperable smart contracts, cross-chain liquidity pools. Well, that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot. Do they have any of that built? That's the question. See roadmap. So I guess not. I guess not. All this is coming soon. Okay. If they accomplish all that, great. But very, very early stage. A very early stage. Great Oak says HBAR is patented. Seems corporate, yes, but it's true. What is transaction volume is? Why no one talks about it? Charles hates it. Charles hates anything that's not decentralized. He's like ultra like decentralization, right? So he hates it, but I think that's why a lot of people don't talk about it because it's not a true open source, project. So I'll talk to that business dev guy that I'm hooked up with. I'll do an interview with him and maybe we can shed some light on it. Ben asks, why is no one talking about Filecoin? The only reason why it's ripping is because it got added to Grayscale. So that's the reason why. They've been stagnant for a long time. Very, very long time. But now they have some traction because of that. But also look at this. Ooh, this is not so good. Usually with NFTs you'll see this, but their circulating supply is only 3% out of the max supply right now. Well, I guess it can expand there. The total supply is this, but I guess they're going to expand that. So you got to take that into consideration. Look at the fully diluted market cap would put it at 255 billion. So I don't know how their token structure is. That's a little concerning. Red Fox, Southeast Asian, NFT play kind of. I looked at them before. I wasn't very impressed. I think there's just better NFT plays right now. There's just so many NFT plays. Even Engine, even big ones are better, I think. More interesting. On the side of audio, they say their supply will increase in April. Do you think they'll take price down? I don't know. I don't know how much it's going to increase by, but Audius, I actually looked at them recently. I actually really do like the whole premise. They already have a working product. A lot of musicians are streaming on there already, and they're getting involved with NFTs. So fundamentally, I think the project is very sound. Greg, appreciate that. Jesse asked, been dollar cost averaging when I can. VeChain and Cardano take some risks on smaller. Ucomi, B Pro, hold even when it's up 50 to 100%. Yeah, I'm still holding my B Pro. even after 700% gains. I did take some profits, but still, I hold a lot of B Pro, despite the fact it's gone up. Because when you like a project, you just like it. There's no reason to sell off just because it went up so much. Because if they're continuing to execute and it's a great team and the market is still young like it is, there's no reason to really sell off anything. That's how I look at altcoins. I'm not in a rush to sell off anything because I think Bitcoin still has so much room to grow. Thoughts on a C8? I've been waiting for the weather to get better. Honestly, right now, my other channel driver is it's kind of hands off, but I review so many cars, it just gets good amount of views every day. But car related crypto, there were a few. They were all scams, so none of them were good. Big super chat. I like that avatar, by the way. My friends and I launched a token for a foundation we love. Pi or PP. We'll love your advice, criticism. All right. See, that's an honest way to ask for it. So I appreciate that, but I don't see it. Is it on CoinGecko? Man, did you type that wrong? I can't check it out if I can't find it. I hope you chime in again because I don't know which project you're talking about. If you misspelled it or what. EXR Radex or no? Yeah, too early stage. You're probably from the team. Is it really layer 2? So what's the project name? Is it really Pi or PP? Yeah. What is it? You gave $50 super chat answer. The CRO good before the IPO's release? I didn't know they were doing an IPO, but they have a lot of things coming. I mean, their new chain, so they're good. I did type Pi PP. There's nothing. It's not just Pi. It's not just P. Hellcat, I don't know what Hat Pi is. It's too small. Oh, it's on CX.io. I don't remember seeing a coin that's on CX.io. And they stole Uniswap's logo. On-chain cyber security protocol. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for sure. All right, guys. That's it. So overall, Bitcoin is doing pretty good. Altcoins are doing pretty good. We'll have to see what happens this weekend, whether or not it's smooth sailing or we see more pumps or we see more weakness. I think we're going to see some pretty good movement next week, but this next 2 days, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think it could be good. It could be good either way. Either way. PiPiCoin.space. Okay, here we go. Last thing before I go. The inflationary auto staking, is it really PP? You have 1 trillion supply, 2% distributed every swap, 1% flush every swap. The tree frog on a mission to combat. Okay, what is it about? I don't even know what it is. Deflationary auto staking, but what is it? What is it? All right. Well, some real advice here. Try not make it so meme-ish, and try not to make it so that it's like a project that is just built to increase value. And if you do that, it's just going to seem like a scam, just like Hex. You don't want to be seen like a Hex. Actually create some real value. Actually create something that's unique. It actually looks professional, not like some meme coin, because it's not going to do well. There's too many already out there. So that's my honest opinion. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that page 2 breakdown. Who knows? Maybe I'll do page 3 or page 10 one of these days. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have to give you guys a clue. A clue for my giveaway. And that clue is with this article. So Siren Labs founder sued over unpaid $6 million factory bill for Finny blockchain phone. So I don't know if you guys know the story about Moshe Hogeg, who now owns a football team because basically he took all of his ICO money and spent it unwisely, and he got sued because he didn't even pay for the production of Finny phones. So yeah, not so good. And I'm going to show you guys one of the commercials that's very high quality that really explains what XRP is, but it was just a complete waste of money. And I'm going to end the stream with that. All right, have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.